All right. Think I've got this figured out. Hey boys. Um I don't know why, but for the last couple days I've been thinking about making videos every so often for you guys just so you can see me one at this age when you get a little older. Uh Sounds scary, but I also think about a lot um not being here at some point. You never know. So maybe I make one of these and don't make any more. Maybe I make 1,000 of them. I don't know. But anyway, I figured I would just update you guys on where we're at in life and uh, tell you things about yourselves maybe you'll want to hear when you get older. Um, let's start with mom. Mom's the best. Takes care of us every day. You guys know this. The best of us. Never forget that. And everything I do is to for life easier. I hope. No, it's not always true, but I try to do most of the time. Um, you know about me. Uh, of the Dolphins, of the Cardinals baseball team, the Mizzou Tigers, coach. You guys all play. I could coach all of you at the same time. But anyway, get to it. Start Jameson. My first. Um, Jameson, you are astoundingly smart for your age. I feel like not that I know what the average for a 7-year-old should be, but you are the king of why. I try to give you all the answers I can at the time, but your curiosity has led you down a path to where you ask lots of questions and find lots of answers. Find those answers, remember them. I don't think you would normally remember. Um, we're reading Harry Potter right now, and you constantly bring up stuff that I don't even remember from books I just read, a few weeks before that, whenever we read them. So uh, your recall is fantastic. So smart. From our first. And I'm proud of you in a way that hard to describe because when you'll find out once you have kids, your first kid especially, you're learning how to be a parent completely. You don't know what to do before that or how to handle certain situations, and you have weathered that storm of me learning how to be a dad, and I definitely haven't always been the best dad. I think there's sometimes I'm probably too harsh on you or too stern with you. I have such high expectations for you because so smart and good at stuff. When you put your mind to it. Um, but I just appreciate you each and every day for being happy and yourself. And I hope you always stay that way. Always go back to dad telling me to be myself no matter what, whether somebody likes it or not. Um, Met and surpassed every expectation I've had for you up to this point. And I think you're going to be much smarter than me. Probably have a much more important job and make more money than me and do a bunch of wonderful things. I uh, hope I can teach you things in this life that prepare you down the road for bigger and better things, because that's what you're moving towards. You're a great son. I wouldn't change anything about you at all. Great. Sports wise, you love soccer. I think you like baseball. We had our first year of football this year, and you liked flag football, but I think you're a little timid for actual tackle football. So I think right now I'm leaning toward us playing flag football as long as we can, even if we have to go to Columbia or Jeff City. And if you want to stick with that, great. If not, go with that. Whatever you want to do. But my dream has always been to work in an NFL front office, help with the draft, and this last year, man, you have exploded in your knowledge of the game that I think has far surpassed any kid your age when it comes to football knowledge, just as far as information you're taking in. So I don't know if parents should pick a career for their kids or what they think they should do, but with how interested you are in football now, if that passion stays there, I think it would be very cool if we put our heads together and got you in a good space to where you could work for an NFL team, and do that if that was something that was interesting to you, like it is now. But that's years and years down the line, so no point worrying about it now. Knox Box. Knoxy, you had a rough entry into the world, very scary entry into the world. You got stuck, and I'm sure you'll hear this story plenty, but got stuck on your way out, and the first time I saw you, you kind of ragdoll and lifeless, and I thought, how am I ever gonna help your mom get through this? Because I didn't know what was happening. I just tried to be as calm as possible. They kind of patted you all over and went to work and got things working. Thank God. And we were in the NICU the whole time we were there, but fought and did everything you needed to where we got out of there on time. And honestly, my man, feels like you've been fighting something all 4 short years of your life. Whether it's the eczema patch on your elbow or your eye situation, or you were sick when you were little over Christmas one year with some kind of sickness. But you always find a way through, my man. You're always smiling and happy and a wild, crazy man every single day. I love you for it. So energetic, and people are, and when I say people, I don't mean just other kids, adults, older kids. People are attracted isn't the right word I'm looking for. You're like a magnet. I mean, people just want to be around you, and it's natural, and it's not forced. I mean, it's like you're being someone else or doing something else to cause this kind of attention. You genuinely have a personality and way about you that people want to be around. So I hope you continue to be that way, and so coordinated. This situation with your eye has been so confusing for me, partially because you are fast and coordinated, and you can catch and you can throw, and you're just such a natural at everything you pick up that it's hard for me to comprehend what you're seeing. It's not seeing it well because you're so coordinated and so good at all these sports things that we pick up immediately. and you're only 4, going on 5, but man, I think you're going to be a good soccer player if you want to be, baseball player if you want to be. You batted left-handed all of last season in Bub's T-ball league and looked like a natural and one of the better players out there. I mean, it's just crazy. So hopefully we continue to develop that stuff and just keep being you. Such a fun guy. Love you so much. Scary the way I see you, because everybody says their kids are like the mom or like the dad, but not only do you look like me, very much so at that age especially, there's so many of your mannerisms and things that you do in your daily life. It's like I'm just walking around with a miniature version of myself, and it's things that I'm not even teaching you. Be like me. You already are. It's crazy. It's scary how much like me feels like you are at times, and I love it. It's scary, but I love it. So your eye done so good with your glasses. When we first got them, I didn't think there was a chance in the world that you were going to wear them near as much as you do, and you are so good about wearing them. I mean, it's from the second you wake up. The only time they come off is bath time or bedtime. You do such a good job with it. I've talked to multiple doctors trying to make sure we're all doing the right thing, and it sounds like we are, buddy. And I just pray so often that we are doing the right thing, and that by the time you're 11, 12, 13, you come out of those completely. And if so, great. And if not, and you still have to wear them, that's fine too. Like we'll figure it out one way or another, because like I said, you always make it through. You always make it through. And with your sports stuff, I've already talked and got a goggle situation figured out as far as sports and stuff like that. So whatever you make of it, my man, we'll be fine no matter what. That's what you do. Roll with the punches and you keep it moving. The man. So I love you very much. Mavi, you were the hardest baby of all 3 of you, and it's not even close. You cried every night, most of the night, for what felt like the first 9, 10, 11 months. And then you turned 1, and it was like everything was fine. And you have been nothing short of the easiest toddler we've had. You are so happy all the time. You're so laid back. You're so sweet. You're shy, and that's okay. You are so fun to be around with your brothers, and you try so hard to keep up with them. I think one day I think you're gonna be the biggest out of all of them. I really do. All your testing stuff, as far as your height and weight and stuff, shows you on a faster, bigger scale than them at this point. So, you're just great right now. You're just great. I already learned so many words. You're obsessed with Miss Rachel. Your mom can't walk by you without telling you that you're gorgeous, and you are. Honestly, your hair, your eyes, all 3 of you are gorgeous. Kind of wild. That's not biased either, because your mom will tell you I don't think every little kid's cute, and I wouldn't lie to you guys, especially on this video. But you're great, Maddie, and I hope things continue to develop the way they have for you. Uh, you know, continue to stay healthy and grow, learn from your brothers, good stuff and bad stuff. Everybody needs a little bit of bad stuff, right? It's perfect. So pick up a few bad things here and there, just not real bad. Don't tell mom. Like I said, I don't know how often I'm going to do these. When I first thought about it, I thought maybe once a week. That sounds good, but I'm sure there's some weeks I just won't get to it, or I'll forget, or be busy. And then other times I feel like I'm gonna want to come down immediately after something happens and kind of tell you about your life. So, what are some things I do want to talk about? Jameson, I have our movie tickets from every movie we've gone to since you were about 3. And I write down on the movie ticket after I put it together with my ticket, so we know the date and time we went, a little message about the movie, like what we thought about it, what you ranked it, which you always give them 5 out of 5 usually, which makes no sense because every movie can't be perfect, but you seem to think so. And my plan is, once we get enough of those, I want to get some TV trays and glue those down on the top, so you'll have trays with a bunch of movies that we went to when you were a kid. And so I don't quite know yet how to roll that over to Noxie too, because there's going to be some overlap. But maybe that's okay, right? Maybe I just overlap it for him too. Find some way to do the date and time that way. I don't know. Or if I just get enough for you and start it. That's the hardest part about being a dad, right? Is like I don't know how to give you all the same experience you deserve, because I can't always manipulate situations or things to do that, even though I try to, which is probably what gives me anxiety too, is I try to control too much. But I'll find some way to do it for Noxie and Mavi too. We'll make that work. And then along that same kind of thinking, I've got all your shirts from all your sports teams saved so far. I want to keep doing that, obviously, till you're in high school. And then I want to take, the best 25 of them or 30 of them, however many it takes to make a t-shirt quilt. And I want to have one of those made with all of your teams that you're on, so that, wherever you go in life, maybe it just stays in a closet, but I think it would be neat to have. I would like to have one. You have this blanket of these memories from all these different teams you've been on. So, but just because my passion is sports doesn't mean yours have to be. That's kind of my plan with the t-shirts for you guys. I plan to do that with all of you, so you can have one. And maybe I'll have enough coaching shirts by then that I can make one myself for all the teams I coached. That'd be cool, huh? Maybe. What else? The dogs, Lila and Halo. Obviously, you know them. Halo, we rescued. Got dropped off out at Anna and Poppy's house. We went out there and I'd always kind of bugged your mom about getting a second dog, a friend for Lila. And, we never really looked too much or went to check any dogs out or anything. But then Halo got dropped off out there, and she was like the exact same size as Lila. She was, how she is, unbearably sweet. And we took her in, and I got her spayed and cleaned up. She had a bunch of ticks on her. We pulled about 100 ticks off her that first day, and we did that. And you were having trouble, Jameson, sleeping in your own room at that point still, whatever you were, 4 years old. Yeah, 4 years old or so. And the first night we had her, you slept in your own room. So that was kind of wild. And she's been perfect ever since. Well, not perfect. She actually is kind of the worst. She had a rough time with accidents for a while. And she's not that smart, but she's as sweet as it gets. So lucked out there. And then of course Lila's my baby, you know. I love Lila so much. I love Lila. I am terrified to think of a day that I won't have Lila. Honestly. Um, the thought of losing her is just gut wrenching because Lila now, we got her and she was 6 weeks old. I looked up, different breeds of dogs that I wanted, and I wanted an Australian Shepherd or a German Shepherd, and I thought, well, German Shepherds kind of run into health issues, so what if I found a mix between an Australian Shepherd and a German Shepherd, right? That sounds, in theory, pretty good. And so I found an ad on Craigslist for half German Shepherd, half Australian Shepherd puppy. It was in this town like 3 hours away. And I emailed back and forth with this lady, and she said that she was $50. She was a farm dog. So I honestly wanted one of the boys, and there were two left, Lila and a boy. And when I messaged her, she said the boy was taken, but there was going to be a girl or two still. And she would let me know which one. And I told her I didn't care which one at that point. I just wanted one. So I drove down without seeing her. And two little girls, probably 7 and 9 or 10 years old, carried her out with a little bag of food and put her in my arms. And I should have known more from that trip coming home now, but we made it the whole way back, 3 hours for a new puppy, 6 weeks old, that's been living on a farm and peeing outside, every time she wants to. We stopped, I think, 2-3 times. She didn't pee once. She might have once, whenever I told her to. Followed every command, like she had known me from the second she came out of her mom. And she never had any accidents. I don't even know if she had accidents here at the house, maybe 1 or 2. And then it was like she knew. And her mom did make me crate her for a little bit, and that was the worst, because she would cry. It would make me feel like crying. And then I just couldn't do it anymore. And eventually she came and slept with me. And then for a while she didn't, because we found out we were pregnant with you when Lila was about 6 months old. So once you were here, our whole sleeping situation was kind of thrown out of whack, and you'd be in the bed sometimes and not sometimes, and I would have night terrors once you got a little older that I was going to roll over on you, or that you get stuck under the blankets or something would happen, and I was not sleeping well at all, and Lila would just sleep on the floor. And so I didn't want to wake your mom up because she was already losing so much sleep, because again, she's the best. She always handled all the sleep stuff with you guys. I mean, like, I would stay up late and do as much as I could till midnight or 1 o'clock, but after that she kind of took the rest from there. And it just worked for us. But when I wasn't sleeping well, I moved to our spare bedroom at the time, and I had another bed in there. And Lila and I obviously slept together, and the terrors immediately went away. And I don't know what that means, or if it has anything to do with her, maybe just coincidence. But I've always liked having a dog in the bed, and it just never quite worked out with your mom, especially because Lila's not a small dog. But Lila helped me through that, and then she's been like a staple of our lives through all of you kids. And not all dogs are good with little kids. I mean, River, your mom's dog, we had to get rid of because we were worried about her biting you at some point, right? And there's other dogs that don't really want anything to do with kids. I mean, like, you all have tugged on Lila, ridden on her back, pulled on her, and there's never been once that she's ever even looked at you guys sideways. She is perfection as far as obedience and listening to me, and my trust in her to, you know, be good to you guys and protect the house and inside and out, you know. I mean, she just, outside of barking a little too much, it drives your mom kind of crazy. When she's outside, she just is perfect. I mean, there's, as far as her personality, she's not super lovey even, but she just is perfect. And just like you guys, right? You guys are perfect for us. You're perfect kids. She's perfect. And so, you know, she's 8, and I'm hoping to get 7 or 8 more years. Makes it to 15 or 16, which puts me at 40. Hopefully, I have a strong enough heart at 40 to make it through that terrible day that I'm already at 33 dreading. But I don't want to talk about it. So, I don't want to end on that kind of depressing note. But what are you guys into? Ninja Turtles, Pokemon, all kinds of fun stuff. That's the best. Like, sometimes I want a little girl around here to where I could just do princess stuff and read to them, but you guys are so much fun, man. Like, you're exhausting. Don't get me wrong. You guys are exhausting. Absolutely. Right? I mean, like, you guys need energy all the time from us, but everything you're into is so fun. You guys love football right now. Ninja Turtle stuff, like I said, Pokemon stuff. I mean, just everything you're into is fun. Dinosaurs. I don't know that much about dinosaurs, and you guys always quiz me on dinosaur stuff. And your dinosaur knowledge ends when you're like 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe a little bit more, I guess, if you're into it in school, maybe like 10 or 12. But I don't have any more dinosaur knowledge left. You guys have surpassed my dinosaur knowledge, so sorry I can't help you out more there. Anyway, this is about how long I thought I would go the first time, around 30 minutes. So, like I said, I'm going to try to do this as often as I can think of it. You know, big life events, not big life events, just to kind of keep you guys updated and hopefully fill in some space. Maybe say something that 5 years from now you look back and watch one of these and it helps you one day. I don't know. I do know I love you guys. So, I love you very much. I wouldn't change anything about any of you. I mean that, because I'd tell you if there's something I wanted you to change. I honestly don't have anything I would change about any of you. So, love you very much. And until next time.